Alright, I'm going to make a little video of mod 19 with surface area for you. This first slide are all the formulas that you get on the quiz, so definitely utilize those. Make sure you know that capital P is perimeter of the base and capital B is the area of the base. The cursive little L is slant height. And I think that's about it. Okay, let's get rolling. All right, this one, it says what's the name of the solid figure. So these are named by the shape of the bases. So the bases are triangles, and the sides are parallelograms, and so this is a triangular prism, and it would look like this if you folded it up. Okay, draw the net. Remember, the net is just when you sort of peel back the sides and make it two-dimensional. So this one looks like this when you fold it out. Okay, when you take this two-dimensional shape and you rotate it around this axis right here, what shape does it make? Well, you can tell two-dimensionally it would look like this, but when you rotate it actually around that line, it creates more of a circular shape, and so, of course, this is a cone. So some of these ones that, are worked out, I'm not going to worry about, reworking them all. Okay, now for this, let's start kind of working them out. So we're looking for surface area and lateral area. So I'll do lateral area first. So lateral area, that's going to be the perimeter of the base times the height. Okay, now the perimeter of the base is adding up all the sides. So that's 22, this little side here, 22. Across from the 51, that's also 51. So let's add up all those sides. So I'm going to do 51 plus 51 plus 22 plus 22. I get 146. So 146. The height is right here. That's 25. So let's multiply those together. Times 25. So 3650. And that is square centimeters. Then we want to figure out the surface area. So that is the perimeter times the height, so it's the same thing, but then plus we have to add the area of the bases. So that's 2 times whatever the area of the bases are. So we use our last answer, which is 3650 plus. Now the area of the base is just a rectangle. See, it's 22 times 51. It's the same. It's the same on the top and the bottom. It's a rectangle. So that means it's 2 times 51 times 22. So I'm going to do 3650 plus 2 times 51 times 22. I get 5894. So that's 5894. That would be square centimeters. Okay. Let's see if I'm good. 5894 is what I got. Yeah. So same as this person. All right. This one is a triangular prism, and you can tell this side is 6 and 8. This side, if you use the Pythagorean Theorem, you can figure out it's going to be 10. So you can do 6 squared, and you call this C. So 6 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared. So 36 plus 64 equals C squared. C squared is 100, and then you take the square root. So square root, C equals 10. So that's going to be 10. All right, so this formula is going to be, we're going to do lateral area first. So that's the perimeter of the base times the height. Well, the perimeter of the base is 6 plus 8 plus 10, so that's 24, times the height, which is 7.5. So let's do that. 24 times 7.5, that's 180. So that's 180 square feet. Then we're going to do surface area, which is pH, and then we have to also add in the bases. So it's 2 times the area of the bases. So that's going to be 180 plus 2, because they're 2 different bases. And then whatever the area of the base is. Now this is a triangle. And whenever it's a right triangle, it's going to be 1/2 base times height. And the base and the height are the 2 legs, not the hypotenuse, but the 2 legs of the right triangle. So we're going to do the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 times 6 times 8. So we're going to multiply all that together. So that's 48 right here, divided by 2. So that's 24. 24 times 2 is 48. So we're going to add those 2 together. So that should be 228, and that's square feet. All right, let's see if this person got the same. Yep, 228. All right, now cylinder. So let's do the right formula for the cylinder. So lateral area is equal to, it's also the perimeter of the base times the height, but the perimeter of the base is circumference. So perimeter of the base is 2 pi r and then times the height. So this looks like it's 28 as the diameter, so we're going to say 14 would be the radius. So 2 pi times 14, the height is 30, so we're going to multiply all those together. So let's do 2 times pi times 14 times 30. So I got 2638.9. Okay, and that's square millimeters. All right, now surface area. We're going to use that same answer, 2 pi r h, plus we're going to make sure we include the top and the bottom, because that was just the sides. So now we're going to do the top and the bottom. Those are circles. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. But we have 2 of those, so we're going to do 2 times pi r squared. So we're going to take our previous answer, which is the 2 pi r h. So we're going to have 2638.9 plus we're going to do 2 pi r again is 14 squared. So we're going to work all this out. So we got the 2638, we're going to have plus 2 times pi times 14 squared. I got 3870.4, and that's square millimeters. Let's see what this person got. 3870.4. Okay, doing good. All right, now we want to find the surface area of a cone. So the formula for this one, we're going to do lateral area first. So this is going to be pi times r times L. Now L is the slant height, so that's this length here. This is the height right here. So we want L. So we're going to have to use the Pythagorean Theorem. So we're going to do 17 squared plus 6 squared equals L squared, because L squared is the hypotenuse. So L squared equals, let's do 17 squared plus 6 squared. I got 325 for this. Okay, then we want to take the square root. So let's say that L is the square root of 325. Okay, well, that's a decimal of some sort. But I think I'm going to go ahead and just use the square root of 325 as the slant height. So let's do pi times the radius, which it looks like it's 6 right here. And then I'm just going to put square root of 325 in there, just to be more accurate. So it's going to be pi times 6 times square root of 325. Okay, I got 339.8, and that's square millimeters. Then I'm going to do surface area, which is pi RL, again, that same lateral area, plus it has the bottom there, which is a circle. So the area of a circle. So the area of a circle is just pi r squared. So we're going to take our previous answer, which is 339.8, plus pi times 6 squared. See what we get. So plus pi 6 squared. Okay, I got 452.9, and that's square millimeters. See what this person got. Oh, yeah, same. Okay, pyramid. So formula for a pyramid. All right, what is that one? So we got lateral area. We got, it should be the perimeter of the base times the slant height. Perimeter of the base times the slant height. Oops. And then plus we'll have to add the area of the base. So let me check something real quick. 1/2 the perimeter of the base times the slant height. Sorry about that. All right, so lateral area, whoopsie doopsie. All right, so we got lateral area is 1/2 times the perimeter of the base times the slant height. So we have 1/2. Now the perimeter of the base is 3.6 4 times. Okay, so 3.6, got that 4 times. We're going to add all those up. Or we're going to do 3.6 times 4. Okay, so that's 14.4. Slant height is given to us. It's right there. It's 8.8. Okay, so let's multiply those together. All right, so I got 14.4 times 8.8 times 0.5, which is the same as 1/2. So 63.36. That is square inches. All right, now we're going to do surface area, which is going to be 1/2 times the perimeter of the base times the slant height, plus the area of the base. So we have to add in the bottom as well. So we're going to do 63.36. The area of the base happens to be a square. So the way you figure that out is just length times width, or side times side. So 3.6 times 3.6. All right, so we got 63.36 plus 3.6 times 3.6. Okay, I got 76.32. Let's see, we're supposed to round it to the nearest tenth though. So 76.3, and that's square inches. So I need to go back to this one and fix it. So this one, I should round it to 63.4 square inches. See that? The 6 rounds up. All right, rounds the 3 up to a 4. All right, let's see how we did here. All right, looks good. I'll include that slide. All right. All right, now we got a cylinder and we got a cone on the top. So you can tell this one, this is 45 here, the whole thing's 90. So that means this height, the height of the cone, is also 45. All right, so let's do piece by piece and add them together. So let's do the cone. So the cone would be what? Pi r L, right? So that's this one. So the cone is pi r L. So that would be pi. The r is listed as 28, and the slant height was given to us, or was it? Let's see. No, it wasn't. All right, so we got to find the slant height. So off to the side, we're going to do a little Pythagorean theorem. So we're going to do 45 squared plus 28 squared equals L squared. So this L is not given. It's making me struggle. Let's see. It's not writing there. Okay, so that's the L. So we have L squared equals, let's do the math here. So 45 squared plus 28 squared. I got 2809. And then I'm going to do the square root of that. So square root 2809, 53. Okay. So that means the slant height's 53, so we can put that in there. All right, so we got 53 times 28 times pi. And it says leave it in terms of pi, so never mind. So let's do 53 times 28. So that's 1484 pi. I just multiplied the number of parts together, these two parts. Okay, so that's what we have so far for the cone. Now let's do this part. Let's do the lateral area of the cylinder. Okay, so this is the lateral area for the cylinder. So that would be what? We said it's the perimeter of the base, which is 2 pi r. So 2 pi r times the height. So for this one, it's going to be 2 pi times 28. And then times 45. All right, so let's do 28 times 45 times 2. That's 2520, and that's pi. Okay, so we have the cone, we have the cylinder. The other thing that we have is we have the bottom of the cylinder. So the bottom of the cylinder is just a circle, but that would be, exposed as well. So I'm going to do the bottom. I'll just say the bottom. So the bottom is going to be pi r squared. And that's going to be pi times 28 squared. All right, so 28 squared is 784. So that's 784 pi. All right, so the surface area of the whole composite figure is just adding all those together. So these added together. So when I add those together, I get 1484 plus 2520 plus 784, 4788 pi. All right. See how I did here. 4788 is what I got. Yeah, 4788 pi. All right. Sphere. Okay, we're on our last learning target. So sphere is 4 pi r squared, right, for the formula? Surface area. It looks like it's pointing at the diameter because it's, it's just showing the whole thing. So let's say that the radius is 8. So we'll do 4 times pi times 8 squared, says round to the nearest tenth. So let's do 4 times pi times 8 squared. I got 804.2. What is that? That's square yards. Okay, next one, same. We're going to do, this one says leave it in terms of pi, so we're going to do surface area is equal to 4 pi r squared. It's 4 times pi times 15 squared. So this time we'll do 4 times 15 squared. And so that's going to be 900, and then we'll multiply by pi. And that still is square inches. Okay, maybe the last one here. So we just need to do the hemisphere, the lateral area of the cylinder, and then the bottom. All right, so first the hemisphere. The hemisphere is just going to be 1/2 times 4 pi r squared, because we know 4 pi r squared is a sphere, so it's half of that. So this is going to be 1/2 times 4, which is just a 2. So 2 times pi. Looks like the radius is the same here. It's 5. So this would be, it says round to the nearest tenth. So we'll, maybe we'll just do all that at once. Let me back that up. Okay, so we'll add that together in a second. Okay, then we got the lateral area of the cylinder. So cylinder, so that's going to be 2 pi times the radius times the height. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that at the same time too. Okay, then we have the bottom. And when I say bottom, I mean this. So that's just a circle. So that's just pi r squared. So that's pi times 5 squared. So all we do is we add these together. This one, and this one to get it. And then we'll round it to the nearest tenth. So those are all the parts. We got the hemisphere, we got the lateral area of the cylinder, and then we got the bottom, which is a circle. Those are all the things that are exposed, all the surfaces that are exposed. All right, so I'm going to plug all that in. So 2 times pi times 5 squared plus 2 times pi times 5 times 14 plus pi times 5 squared. All right, so I got 675.4, and that's square centimeters. Bam. I think that's it. Let me make sure here. Bam, I think that's awesome. That wasn't bad at all. So that's 23 minutes. Good luck, man.